The ink flow on this is fantastic. It keeps up with me when I'm, and I generally do really fast lines when I'm just scribbling and stuff like that. So for it to be able to flow and keep up is absolutely fantastic. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It, where I go around the world and the internet looking for materials that will make you a better artist or just make it so that you enjoy the process that much more. Now today we are going to go to Fineliners and we are going to check out a product that was recommended to me and donated to me by Darren Soto. If you do not know Mr. Soto, you should go check out his work. I will make sure to put a link in the description so that you can find yet another artist who is doing amazing work and is a big supporter of this channel. And today he gave us Edding Fineliners, and he had suggested these liners because they are apparently the high end of fine liners. These are a German product, and he was like, if you are looking for fine liners, you should check these out. So we are going to see if this holds up to his glowing recommendation of fine liners and see indeed if they are worth it. All right, so I have to say that like right off the bat, the presentation of these fine liners is absolutely stunning. I mean, it comes in a metal tin, right? It looks high end, like, oh my goodness, you're getting something fantastic. You know, it is definitely way better than any of the fine liners that we've seen thus far. As far as like packaging, like this right here, you're just like, oh man, look, it's, you know, it's in a tin, it's fantastic. You know, you're like, wow, that's really cool. Now, I'm pretty sure that because it's in a tin, it costs more than it has to. You know, because presentation is something that looks great, but you know, all the other liners are like in a plastic container or plastic case, and so it makes it cheaper. But you know, this, you look at this and you're like, man, I'm getting something special with this, right? So fine liner for writing and sketching. It has 10 colors in there. Let's see, it says fine liners for creative writing, sketching, notes, illustration, and layouts, metal shrouded plastic tip for added durability and precision, water-based ink in 10 brilliant colors. And it seems like they have a variety of sizes. So we got 0.3 millimeters, 1 millimeter, and 2 millimeters. So that's fantastic. So you get nice big sizes if you need it. We're currently working with the 0.3, so the 0.03. All right, let's see what inside looks like. Taped on here. Oh, see what I mean? Like, look at that. Like, that's just pretty. Oh wow, like, wow. Like, the feel of these are just completely different than most of them. Like, it has weight to it, you know, and the plastic feels sturdy, and it's longer than most fine liners, right? So you got a nice grip to it, especially for people with like big hands. You know, it's got a nice size to it. Let's compare one real quick. All right, so see, it's that much bigger because this is pretty much standard size. So it's that much bigger, and while it might not seem like a lot, that's it's a lot for a pen to give you that much more size, and not to mention that that's ink, right? So the ink well is in there, so it gives you that much more ink inside of the pen. All right, cap test. Oh, right. So that it's got a nice snap to it, so you know that that's gonna work. All right, so that's good. And it connects. Like, you have to pull that bad boy to pull it apart, which might be a problem for some people. You know, you got to fight with your cap in order to get it off, but that's a secure cap. Like, you don't have to worry about it drying out or anything like that, because if that cap's on there, it's on there. And then in the back, oh, it has a nice snap in the back too, right? I was worried about that. So, right, it comes off a lot easier from the back side, but it's it's on there. So the caps are fantastic. And then the nib is actually, I mean, it's just a regular metal tip nib. It actually looks pretty good as far as size goes. Like that, it looks great. It looks like a normal nib. But seeing these in here like this, it seems like you're really getting quality when it comes out. Like you're like, whoa, look at this, right? But generally speaking, that always drives up the price. So, but we're gonna see if the quality of the actual ink and the pen is the same as the presentation of the pen. Okay, so let's open this up real quick. All right, we only got 10, so we can probably blow through all these real quick. All right. I don't like starting with the yellows. I don't. It's just such a bright color. All right. Oh, whoa. Man, just right off the bat. That is that is nice flow. That has a real nice flow to it. Wow, that's just fantastic. And then since it's mostly for, they say that it's for writing and sketching. Let's scribble out our. Wow. I mean, wow. These are nice. Right, the color is nice and vibrant. The flow, I mean, the thing that's really getting me right now is how it flows. Like it comes out of there. It's consistent as it goes through. It's not pooling at the very beginning. Right? And this is the small, the 03, so this is small. Now, it is water-based, so if you constantly go over it, you are going to start tearing up your paper. Like, I can feel it, right? And so, if you do constantly go over it, it's water-based, so it will start pooling on your paper and stuff like that. But if you're doing it for sketching and, like it's advertised, if you're doing it for sketching and for, like, bullet journaling or something like that, these are nice. Like, they flow really well. The colors are vibrant, and I got the small end, so to be able to see the actual vibrancy in such a small nib is great. Like, this is good stuff. Look at that. Works great. I mean, that's just nice. Let's see how using some templates will work. Like, we'll just use template real quick. Whoa! You know how sometimes there's like a felt, like it's a felt nib, and then when you put it down, it like globs at the beginning. This is it's more like a hard plastic, so it's not actually, it doesn't glob when you put it down. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Next one, because it's a fine liner, we'll use a ruler. We'll see how that works. Now I have to say that because of the strength of the plastic or the cap, it is a bit rough. Like, it is a bit hard to get the cap off. Like, it's that secure. But I mean, consistency on how these work is just, oh, come on, look at that. no pooling, no nothing. And when I do these, I go pretty fast. But if because when I went really, really fast, you could see how the ink lightens up here, right? Like right here, it lightens up a bit, okay? But when you take, just a little less time to get across, it's such a nice, consistent line. I mean, these are fantastic fine liners. Like, I think that this is a great size for writing, bullet journaling. Like the 0.3 is absolutely fantastic for writing and journaling and stuff like that. I think that it is absolutely fantastic. I would love to get my hands on some of the bigger ones to see just how you can do some sketching. And like, we're gonna try a little bit of sketching here, but it'd be really nice to see what it would look like with the bigger nib. But I mean, it's super consistent. It doesn't, like when you put that line down, it's not pooling at the front. It doesn't give you that little bead at the very front. I mean, like, it's super consistent. These are, I mean, not much to say about these. These are great. All right, we're gonna try this yellow. Like, I'm always skeptical about the very bright super colors because it generally doesn't work. I mean, that's a nice yellow. I mean, but it's yellow. But it flows out, it's yellow. Once it dries, it looks great. The thing that's really getting me is because it is a plastic nib versus a felt nib, you're able to use templates and not even worry about, you don't have to worry about stuff being dumb, right? You don't have to worry about the circle or the ellipse or the ruler actually going, oops, look, now I have this big glob at the very front. That's one of the things that's always been a problem with using fine liners, is that it always, you making a circle and then there's always just a little bit that globbed out from the pen, and then you have to go back in and fix it. I mean, but look at these colors. These are fantastic colors, right? They're fantastic, very vibrant. Yellow is still not my favorite as far as these go, because I mean, it's just such a bright color, and using it on white just really doesn't help. So it's kind of like, but these look at these colors. Look at that. And it's fast, it's consistent, there's no lag. Like sometimes you have to go really, really slow in order to make the line, you have to go really, really slow. The ink flow on this is fantastic. It keeps up with me when I'm, and I generally do really fast lines when I'm just scribbling and stuff like that. So for it to be able to flow and keep up is absolutely fantastic. The black is nice and consistent and opaque. I mean, and if you get different lines, I could see, like, we're gonna try a little sketch here, but you might even be able to get away with inking with these, right? Like if you've decided to ink with these, you might actually be able to get away with just inking with this. So yeah, we're gonna do a little scribble down here. Trying to get a nice light touch. Hey, it's actually, it's actually really, because it flows so fast with your marks, with your lines. It actually, that's the fact that you can actually come in here and do some really nice scribbles really quickly. You can do light sketches like here, if you do a lighter touch, and then you just come in and you can come in and do a heavier, thicker line. Like you could ink with these. No, absolutely. You could come in and ink with these for sure. These are great. Like, I don't know. These are fantastic. I'm gonna have to try the bigger ones, because if you can get a nice variety of line going in on these are great. These are fantastic. So because I said we can ink with these, let's try some different things here. Use a nice bright color there. I guess the yellow, right? Because the yellow's always been the problem, so we'll do a yellow there. I don't think I have. We'll try one of the Tombow yellows, and then so we're gonna try these colors, right? So those are our bright colors. Normally speaking, the what happens, we're just gonna go ahead, I guess whatever. Normally what happens is that the brightest colors of markers, or the alcohol-based markers, really make the ink it just destroys it, right? So we're gonna try, we have some really cheap Five Below ink marker, right? We're gonna see what happens with these. All right, just coat that on here, and these are all alcohol-based markers. So we'll see how it interacts with that. Okay. And then that was Tombow. This is Touch. All right, and then this is the Ergo Pro. It's not yellow, but all right. All right. So, from what I can see, nothing. Like, that's what I see. I see absolutely no smears, no anything. Like, even with the yellows and going over it a couple times, the ink is staying still. We didn't have to let it dry all day. Like, wow. Just wow. Like, these are definitely some very nice fine liners. Even though it's water-based, interacting with the alcohol-based markers, nothing. Wow. That's fantastic. So we just got done reviewing the Edding Fineliners, and all I can really say is that these pens are absolutely fantastic. They are well worth checking out, because the presentation, the actual product of the pen, the quality of the colors and the consistency of the line, they are all super fantastic. Like, they are just pro level. I mean, oh wow, they are just great fine liners. And the thing that really puts them above pretty much every other pen is the fact that when I went over them with alcohol-based markers, they did not smear, like, at all. They did not smear. Different brands, different colors, didn't matter. They did not smear. And for someone who uses markers and inks a lot of comics and illustrations and stuff like that, the fact that I could use an alcohol-based product and don't have to worry about it pulling up the ink is absolutely fantastic. If I had to say there was something negative about these pens, it's how secure those caps are on the nib. Like when you put it on there, it's on there, and you're gonna have to actually pull it apart in order to get that cap off. But I mean, I still see that as a good thing. Like once that cap snaps, you know for a fact that it's on there. You don't have to worry about it drying out or the nib breaking or anything like that. So I guess it's not really a negative, but it might be for some people, the amount of force that you have to use to actually pull the cap off. But besides that, get yourself some of these fine liners. If you are bullet journaling, they have some very bright colors and vibrant colors that you can use. If you are, let's say, a comic book artist or an illustrator and you are looking for a pen to ink, the black pen was absolutely fantastic, and it comes in 3 sizes. So definitely go check these out. I highly recommend them. They are so worth it. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it or got some information that will be helpful for you in the future. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and like and share it with someone who you think might actually benefit from it. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that you are notified every single time that I update and bring new product to you. If for any reason you would like to give me some suggestions as far as what I should be reviewing, or if there's a new product out there that you'd like me to try, please let me know and I'll put it on the list. Now, I do have something for you guys, a question that I would like to ask. Should I be doing comparisons? Would you like to see comparisons of product? Should I get Copic versus Shinhan Art? Should I get Prisma versus the ink, markers? Should I be comparing paper or pencils or something that's similar, and like which one should I do? Should I be doing some comparisons as like a separate series, but still in the vein of is it worth it? Please let me know in the comments below so that I can better provide you with a product that you would actually enjoy. Once again, thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you at the next video.